Here on DC Breakdown, we like to highlight creativity and innovation. Our next guest combines both through scale and color. Jay Hudson joins us to talk about his creative background and life as a mural artist. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to have you in the studio.
Thank
and
you.
You're also a TV person, so
Yes.
it's doubly nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
So tell me, I know you work here at the National Press Club with all of the fellas who are in the studio now. But on your off time, you're this amazing artist who can be seen all over the district.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I started this whole mural thing probably about 2.5 years ago. I've been an artist pretty much most of my life. I got a degree in fine art. And, but, you know, being raised by good old-fashioned African-American parents, it's like, hey, you know, there's no starving artist in our family, and you need to make a living. So graphic design, I got a degree in commercial graphic design. And,
which allows you to tell us what you do with your graphic design degree.
Well, it started in print, and I started freelancing in print, you know, pretty much anything printed from the side of a pencil to the, you know, T-shirts or, you know, set design or whatever. So I did that for a while, but that kind of escalated into television, got me into television, started doing, you know, 3D animation in Tulsa, Oklahoma, of all places.
No, they need graphics too.
They do need graphics too, and I was the director of animation and graphics for the second largest post house in town. And I was the only person doing 3D in the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and one of 2 in the state.
So what made you transfer that into, let me actually go into artistry where you're using paint and colors and...
Well, I was always an artist. So like even, you know, when I was in college, I was always an artist.
But you weren't always doing murals.
No, I wasn't always doing murals, and I didn't start doing murals until, you know, I mean, kind of as you know in TV, as technology increases, jobs decrease.
That's right.
And so, you know, if you're doing a lot of work out of one particular location or another, they go, you know, hey, we're kind of good right now, getting less and less gigs. So I felt like I had been relying on that for a really long time. And so now I said, well, maybe it's time I put the eggs in my art basket. So I ended up joining this artist group. This guy that's from Slovakia started this group, and I said, well, you know, let me just go. It'll be good to be around other artists and some of that stuff. So I went, I hung out with this guy a little bit. Next thing you know, I'm seeing these guys, and they're using aerosol cans, and some guys are like full-on graffiti guys with records and all this other stuff.
Taggers.
But some guys were like really serious muralists, and
they didn't have a record.
And and they, I mean, fully legit. You know, some were hybrids, but some were like very legit international artists doing very big, very impressive stuff.
On the sides of buildings?
Buildings, walls, retaining walls.
This is a child's dream come true. I used to write on walls all the time as a kid. It didn't turn out to be a mural, though.
They get upset with you about it.
Yes,
but
it did.
This is encouraged. And so what I started to do was I started to take some of my freelance background and started to go out after I kind of took to this muraling thing and started to find other.
Did you just make up a word, muraling?
Muraling.
It's good. No,
muralist.
it's good. No, I like muraling. It's all good. We can make up a language.
It's a thing.
Absolutely, it's a thing.
I was out muraling one day. Yeah, that's what it was. But I mean, the thing is that once I saw these people doing this, and I saw, you know, because I'm trained in airbrushing, but airbrushing's kind of a pain. It's a little detailed. You're keeping it clean, you're flushing stuff through, and then the compressor's loud.
I'm bored already.
So, but cans, they're very self-contained. You spray. They got different tips, different pressures, and then somebody, you know, showed me that there are paints that are specifically made. They're acrylic. They're not like you paint a chair with or something like that.
So wait a minute. Everything you do is with the spray paint?
Yeah.
Everything?
Yeah.
Because some of it looks painted.
No, but I do. I paint it with airbrush, with a spray can. Yeah.
So you spray, and then do you use a brush at all?
No.
Wow, I need to understand muraling.
The thing is, it's big, so you're not really right up on it. you know, you're further back off of it, so it's a little more forgiving. So
Right.
like if you spray with a spray can and your line is this thick,
Yeah.
well, right up on it, it's this thick and it's kind of soft, but you get back, it's a lot tighter
Yeah.
and whatnot. And I think my graphic design background helps with helping, you know, keeping it a little more clean. And after a while, I just started to say, well, let me seek out some clients, let me see what I can find, and decided early on, because I guess I'm getting a little long in the tooth, I ain't got all day, that I would only do commercial properties.
It is nice to get to the point where you can say, I'm only going to do this, I'm not going to do that. Look at you.
But
Muraling must pay a lot.
No.
Muraling, we've made up a word.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is that if you're predisposed to that it's your thing. I stumbled across it. I didn't realize it was my thing. So once it became my thing, a lot of other things that I felt I had to do in graphic design is like, well, I don't really want to do it, but I'm not going to leave the money on the table or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the graphic design is secondary to the money. But when you get to the thing that's your thing,
Yeah.
then your thing is first and your money is second.
Yeah.
And what I had decided, I want to paint murals that are like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 stories high eventually. So I can't go to somebody and say, look, I painted Shaquanda's room for her kids. And look how beautifully I made those balloons and those clown faces, and their kids love it. And then there's like 10 people. 10 people are going to see those things. So you got 10 people versus those same 10 people, they're going to see it on the convenience store down the corner, plus everybody else.
Jay Hudson, you not only are a graphic artist in the TV business, a muralist / you are a muraler. We're just making it up as we go along.
Yeah, fine.
But you are also quite a funny fella.
I have my moments.
Well, you had them all here. So we appreciate you coming on. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, muraling. We make up our own words.
Yes.